Hey everyone, today I am here to present my project for Amulate. So here is the basic ERP that we have made to simulate our actions and to show the statistics and the data that we are performing on the inventory. So here is the basic dashboard where you can see the daily build rates, active stocks and on-time deliveries and total sales units. Next we have the procurement page where you can see the purchase orders that the user has delivered or has been ordered for the delivery. Next we have the inventory page where we can see the parts here in our inventory. Next we have the material page where we can store the data of the materials that are being used for the production of the scooters. Next we have the sales where we can see the sales of the inventory of the industry. Next we have the supplier page where we saves the data of the suppliers and the parts we are importing from that particular supplier. To highlight the features of the Hugo AI. So here is the first AI first design where the Hugo AI understands the context and automates complex workflow. Here we have designed the Hugo AI to result on the basis of the context of the data and the real-time database. As the user updates the data, the Hugo AI also responds on the basis of that particular data. So here is our model Hugo AI. Here you can see that it can help with the analyze inventory labels, stock health, tracking order and deliveries, and we can also perform the mails. We can automate the mail from the directly from the chat. Here we can perform the database operations, we can mail to the user, we can check the inventory status, and we can perform all the maximum operations through the chatbot. Next we have the running. Here I have questioned what are the running low, what are the parts that are running low, and here you can see the answer that these are the parts which are the below the minimum stock levels. So here is the question: how many S2V2 scooters can be built till the next week? So it will analyze all the database and will analyze that how many scooters we can build and what are the parts that are deficient for the production of the scooter. So here you can see that it would be failed to build the S2V2 scooter till the next week because there is a critical issue for the stock of the battery. As we have the 0 units of battery, so it will be critical to make this S2V2 scooters till the next week. So next step, here we can order the battery and we can identify the supplier from the DB and add them to the reorder mail. As you can see, I am writing here to mail for the supplier. So here you can see that these are the parts that has been deficient and we can directly mail through the chat to the supplier about the deficiency of the items. Just by clicking on the yes proceed, the email will be. So as you can see, we have proceeded to send the mail to the particular email that we have specified in our database. So after our DNS server, after our DNS has got verified for that particular domain, we can send the mail to anyone, any email stated in our database. So for that particular time, we are only able to send to the mail of the owner. So as you can see, here is the mail that has been forwarded to that particular mail. Here you can see, here is the details of the quantity that has been less, and here is the units that are required to fulfill the minimum quantities of the part. We can also perform the operations to update the database through the chat. We can update the database through the chat also. As you can see, I have proceeded for the updation of the database, and the units of the P305 will be updated to 200 units successfully. Next, we can query about the database through the chat. As you can see, we have got the response about whole the inventory current snapshot. Here we can see the total items, the healthy stock, and the low stocks and the critical stock which has been less than 50% of the minimum value that we have set. Here we can also download the PDF of that particular database of that particular response, and we can see here is the response. Next, we can also query about which supplier is the most reliable, and we can perform any, we can ask the chat, we can ask on the chat about any question related to the database, and it will be research and result according to the database of the ERP. Next, we have the dispatch here. We can see the items that has been dispatched and which has been not reordered. At the end, we can see the events that has been taken action in the inventory. We can take the initial steps through the chatbot. And here is our project. Thank you.